Hey there, so today we have another beer talk and we're going to be talking about Lightstruck beer. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick lesson and then we're gonna do a quick little experiment right here. So what is Lightstruck beer? So pretty much this involves UV light hitting beer and affecting it, and it is an irreversible process. So how does this occur? First off, we have hops and they have alpha acids in them, anywhere from 2 to maybe even high end, 20% of their weight is alpha acids, and that really affects how much bittering you're getting. The higher the amount, the earlier you put it in the boil, you're gonna get some bittering because there's a process in the boiling of the wort, which is important. You gotta boil beer, or almost all beer. You get an isomerization of the hops, and that turns those alpha acids into iso-alpha acids, and that's what offers your bitterness and pretty much is one of the most important aspects of beer, balancing the beer with that malty sweetness. But when you have that in the beer, UV light, UV rays, a certain range of them, certain wavelengths, actually can cleave iso-alpha acids into different compounds. And one of those is 3-methyl-2-butane 1-thiol, or shorthand is mercaptan. And mercaptan is associated with rotten eggs, skunk spray. I'm from New York. I don't know what skunk smells like, but from what I understand, that people have been near the scent of a stinky skunk, it smells like that. And as I'm talking right now, I'm smelling it flying off of this glass. It is offensive. So how do we learn what Lightstruck is? So first, you can buy a canned beer. Perfect, obviously. There is no light coming into this vessel, whereas green bottles and clear bottles basically offer no protection from UV light. That's why most of your beers come in brown bottles. Brown bottles actually almost completely protect from those, whereas it's not perfect, but still. The another important thing to learn is that Lightstruck can occur in your beer very quickly. This can occur in 5-10 minutes. So that's why I don't recommend that people have clear growlers. You can have gorgeous beer, fill it up in a growler, put it in your trunk, and it can be Lightstruck very quickly. So definitely avoid that. Get your brown glass growlers or something else like that. So you can do this experiment yourself. Just get a can, get a bottle, and dig into it. So actually, I didn't even throw this into the sunlight. It could have been in the sunlight before it reached the store that I was at, but also it could have been light struck by the lights that were actually in the fridge that I found it in. And I was worried about it. I cracked it and boom, it just smells like Heineken. I think most of people's flavor memory and experiences with Heineken is that it just smells and tastes like Heineken. And it's just so blatantly obvious for me. It's actually offensive now that when I was doing the all flavor kit, it was the most obvious one for me. It just quote unquote smells like college. It's so blatant. And then the fun thing about Heineken is that you can have this beer and smell it. And it's like, oh, it's not bad, And then it smells like malt, It's not that bad. Cheers. It's crisp. It's light. It's pretty delectable. It actually tastes like beer. It's like a little bit more flavorful version of Budweiser. It's actually decent. It's nice. Wow. And then you go into this one. Oh, it's so stinky. And the crazy thing is that on the palate, it's not the worst, but it's still pretty bad because you just can't not pick it up on your palate. Your nose picks it up, and on the palate, it causes like gross kind of like lingering, almost like bitterness kind of thing going on. It's just not a good flavor. And so it's very unfortunate actually that most Americans probably that drink beer associate beer with Lightstruck flavor. Think about Corona, think about Heineken. These beers are just what people think the beer quote unquote should taste like, which is really a shame because this product's actually not that bad in the can, whereas this is absolutely gross. As for a quick tip, an outlier will be Miller High Life. You see those in clear bottles. Oh, shoot, I can never drink Miller High Life. But no, it actually uses a special hop compound that's called tetra hop. It actually is impervious or not affected by UV light. So if you have your Miller High Life, you might get some corn flavor in there, which I notice sometimes, but no skunking issues. So that's a benefit to Miller High Life. Great beer there for that reason, compared to these terrible, terrible products that come in green and clear bottles. Disgusting stuff. Please avoid drinking this stuff and please educate other people about it. Try this out sometimes because it literally is night and day. You can smell this. I'm smelling it right now. It's very offensive. So until next time, guys, cheers. Post in the comments below if you are familiar with skunking. If not, you're going to learn something when you open up a green bottle next time. Until next time, guys, cheers. Later.